Sons of AMD. I am FreeSync, and I see a whole army of my brothers here in defiance of NVIDIA. You have come to game as free men, and free men you are. What would you do with that FreeSync? Will you fight? Will you be willing to trade all your monitors from this day on for one chance, just one chance to come back here and tell the peasants that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our FreeSync? First of all, a big shout out to LG and BenQ for providing us with these two monitors. Now, screen tearing is an annoying issue no matter what you're doing. If you're an extreme gamer, it can even mean the difference between winning a championship or losing it. But even for normal people, it's an annoying glitch that can really ruin your immersion. NVIDIA users have had a solution for a while now with G-Sync monitors, but for the AMD fanboys out there, your time has come. In fact, at the time of filming this video, AMD users actually have more choice of variable refresh rate monitors than NVIDIA users. Here are two manufacturers' different approaches to gaming monitors, the LG 34UM67 and the BenQ XL2730Z. First, the BenQ. This is a 27-inch 2560 by 1440 TN monitor with a refresh rate of 144 Hz. If you play any games at all, especially fast ones like driving simulators or first-person shooters, then the difference will be night and day. Bonus points if you go to an NCIX store, since we've set up our gaming monitors with fast systems and games for you to try. The BenQ also features a fast 1 millisecond response time and all of BenQ's gaming technology, including motion blur reduction, lower resolution scaling, black equalizer, game profiles, low blue light mode, and even user profiles. That's right, there are user profiles that you can import and export. One thing we really love is the stand. BenQ uses very high quality metal and plastics, and this has to be one of the strongest monitor stands we've ever used. There's a very heavy metal base, a carrying handle, and measurement markers on each of the adjustable axes. No other brand makes it this easy to bring an LCD to a LAN event and have it set up to your exact measurements within seconds. BenQ also prides itself on the user experience and does so by including every possible monitor cable in the box, an external controller, a retractable aluminum headphone hook, and a USB 3.0 hub. In terms of input, it's got two HDMI ports, one DVI dual link, one DisplayPort, and one VGA that you should never ever use with a monitor like this. On the opposite spectrum of gaming monitors, we have the LG. It's a 2560 by 1080 ultrawide IPS monitor with a 75 Hz refresh rate. For I/O, it also has two HDMI ports, one DVI dual link, and one DisplayPort. No VGA on this one. Yes, this isn't a 144 Hz panel, but it makes up for it with bright, vibrant colors and the immersion of an ultrawide display. LG also packs this monitor with all of their technology, including dynamic action sync, black stabilizer, split screen software, and anti-flickering backlighting. I know we listed a lot of different features, so you'll find links to the manufacturer's pages at the bottom for a better description of each. The stand, however, isn't as adjustable as the BenQ, but it does offer a few degrees of tilt. The neatest part of the design is the clear plastic. It really gives the illusion that the monitor is floating in space when you use it. It does come with evasive mounting points on the back if you need more adjustment. LG has one of the best interfaces on the market with their 4-way joystick controller. The interface was easy to use, and Anthony never once found himself going into menus or closing them accidentally, something that happens very often when you have a traditional menu with all the buttons side by side. Speaking of Anthony, here's his thoughts on the monitors.
After using both monitors for a while now, I have to admit that FreeSync works pretty well. I'm an NVIDIA fanboy, but I'm glad to see the market moving forward and manufacturers offering variable refresh rate monitors for the other half of gamers out there. FreeSync was enabled out of the box and offered tear-free images in every game I played. I did notice tiny amounts of microstutter when my frame rates varied drastically, such as a large drop from 100 FPS to 40, but future drivers should smooth things out. I used Omega 14.12 drivers with a reference AMD R9290X, so I'll revisit this when new drivers come out. We don't have a high-speed camera on hand, but we did spend some time trying to use these monitors like how most people would, browsing Reddit, editing videos, watching movies, and playing games. In every single scenario, we were completely free of screen tearing. We heard reports that LG's FreeSync only works from 45 FPS and above, but even when we were in the 15 to 40 range, we never experienced any tearing. Maybe we were just lucky, but most people who can afford a FreeSync monitor will generally have a pretty powerful system capable of staying above that minimum anyways. Keep in mind that at the time of filming, FreeSync only supports a single GPU. We managed to get our 295X2 to work with FreeSync, but only with half of the horsepower. In the end, it's very interesting to see the two approaches LG and BenQ took. Both are amazing gaming monitors, and yet one isn't inherently worse than the other. In fact, after calibration, both monitors were able to display a 99% accurate sRGB color spectrum. In the end, it all depends on your needs. If you're into fast-paced games with lots of motion, then I definitely recommend the 144Hz BenQ. I'm a noob and can't really tell the difference between 1 millisecond and 6 milliseconds of response time, but many people out there can. The faster refresh rate even made my reflexes sharper in platformers like Risk of Rain. If your games are slower paced or you like to watch a lot of movies, then the LG is perfect. The extra width on the side of your view doesn't seem like much, but they add a lot to the realism and immersion into your games. Plus, it's impossible to beat a high-quality IPS panel with its bright, vibrant colors. The pixel density isn't quite as good as the 3440 by 1440 bigger brother, but for movies and games you won't really notice the difference that much. What you will notice, however, is the much cheaper price tag.
And that brings us to the end of the video. Neither monitor is worse than the other. They just both excel in different areas. Click here, or the links in the description to check out both of these monitors at ncix.com and tell us in the comments below, do you think it's worth to upgrade to a FreeSync or G-Sync monitor? Which one? Start the flame war! Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this from NCIX.